What's good, big dog? What's good, everybody who's watching this live? Shout out to everybody who's watching this on the replay. This is Shogun Army, No Decaf, a podcast for people who love their animals, specifically dogs, and specifically within that dogs, the American Pit Bull Terrier and other bully breeds. However, this show should be able to help all dog owners excel. And the topic of today is everybody is not your friend. Everybody is not your friend. And that's a difficult concept for some people. It's a difficult one for me to understand and grasp. And I think you'll come out better for it once you grasp that concept. So without further ado, let's get to the show. Let's start talking about it. We're gonna get there. Hard Finished Kennels, the first one in the building this morning. Salute, big dog, and welcome. The puppy on the screen you see right here is none other than Pitwise Kennels, Lady London. She won our Pup of the Week contest. If you're interested in that contest, holla at us on our social media so I can get you the link for the WhatsApp, and you too can submit a photo and compete for the Pup of the Week. Also, our Dog of the Week / Dog of the Month is Garner's Broly. Uh, these dogs were voted on by a panel of our peers, specifically you, on the most interactive podcast on YouTube for their ability to stand out amongst the breed. A show for the people, of the people, by the people. And that's just how we do it right here. Salute to everybody. Also, I want to shout out the show for Trapper Days in-person fun show in Taylor, Arizona on May 23rd, 2026. If you can make it out there, make it out there. Details are on the on our Facebook page, Samurai Kennels. On May 30th in Aledo, Texas, there's also a show if you're in the Texas area. Go out there and check it out. It's being hosted by the Lone Star State American Pit Bull Terrier Club. They putting that show on just for y'all. If you can get out there and support them, support them. It costs you nothing to support, but it does cost you to get in there. There's a gate fee of $10, and for events, there's $20 events. They do have the wall climb, the slap mill, and the tug of war. And let me double back because they also have the wall climb, the mill race, and the lure course at the Trapper Days show. So in Arizona, wall climb, slap mill race, lure chase. In Texas, wall climb, slap mill, tug of war. And finally, the Pit Bull store is cranking things up with the indoor weight pool at their facilities in Peoria, Arizona on Grand Ave. And that is June 20th, 2026. Yeah, man. Great opportunities to get out there and show off your animals and show off what they can do. Show off what they can do. Yeah, man. Genuinely, I hope that some of you brothers and sisters can get out there to some of the events, man, and just enjoy it. Just enjoy it. Okay. Now that that's out of the way, digital dog shows are once a month. They they consist of puppy and dog photos. Drop it into the chat. We'll vote on it live. We had some trophies and effects. Excuse me. Oh, still waking up. Got a long drive ahead of me today back to Arizona. Um, but yeah, we got some monetary prizes and some trophy prizes to send out to you guys. So definitely stay abreast to that and stay in contact if you're interested in that kind of stuff, man. It's no pressure. It's free to enter. It's just a fun show, and we do it for the love of the dogs, for the love of the game. Mad Doctor, what up, big dog? What's good with it? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, my topic today for everybody is everybody is not your friend. Uh, Last week we covered get out your feelings. This week we covered what's done in the dark can stay and is going to be shown in the light. Talking about how we care for our dogs publicly, but sometimes we don't hold ourselves accountable privately when it comes to our dogs. Man, you know they're not gold chains or watches to put on when you just want to wear them. They're living beings. So without holding y'all up anymore, let's get to it. Today's topic is simple, but a lot of people in the dog game and in life struggle with it. Everyone is not your friend. Everyone is not your friend. And more importantly, just because you do business with somebody does not mean you need to build a friendship with them, especially if money is exchanging hands. Uh, all business is contractual. So if you're the type of person that when you buy a dog from somebody, you expect to have a relationship with them, express that before you spend your money and get it in writing. I think this is one of the biggest misnomers of people, both the peddler and the person buying from the peddler. And I'm calling everybody a peddler. If you sell dogs, I'm just calling you a peddler outright. Now what? Now what does it matter if you're a breeder or not? If everybody's a peddler, then nobody's a peddler. So whatever peddler you decide to buy a puppy from, um, if whatever peddler you decide to buy a puppy from is the type that just want to sell you the dog and they want to keep it moving, then that's their prerogative. If you're a person that wants an engaged kennel that's going to be calling you and checking in with you and vice versa, you need to establish that before you spend any money. All right. But it shouldn't be a word of mouth thing. It should be a contractual thing because everybody ain't your friend. Today, we're going to break down why mixing friendship and business causes problems, why alignment matters more than talent, and why good dogs can be found anywhere, and why most drama is self-inflicted. Uh, BMAC 5003, welcome. User JJF13. Yo, what's good? Welcome. A lot of y'all aren't losing in the dog game because of your dogs. Dogs are dogs. You're losing because of your decisions with people. The worst part of this is the illusion of friendship. Let's get to this straight and early. Just because somebody smiles at you, just because somebody daps you up, just because somebody says bro or family, that does not make them your friend. A friend is consistent, aligned with your values, not competing with you in any weird way, not watching your pockets, and not waiting for you to slip. All right. So those are things. I think the first one is the most important. Are they aligned with your values? Like you can only go so deep with somebody if you're not aligned with values, and that's why I don't push religion on people. But I'll express this because I believe it's true. If somebody was raised in a certain area of the country, they might have unwritten rules that they just understand about the area. If somebody was raised in religion, then they might have understood things about that religion. Like, most Muslims don't eat pork, things like it goes without saying. And it's the same thing in these dogs. You know, some people think the dogs only have one purpose and that anything less than that purpose is less than worth being breeding. Some people believe that's completely not the only way to do it. And some people think that's just completely stupid, right? And that's right, Hart. And that's why I said there's nothing wrong with competing as long as it's not competing in a weird way, right? Um, there's healthy competitions that drive excellence. But even if you don't win the competition, it makes your dogs, it makes you better, makes you healthier. That's a great competition. Where even if you lose the competition, you still get a benefit from it. You might lose money, You might lose a little bit of pride in the end for losing it, but you got healthier. Your dogs got better. Everything will turn out well. You got to see your dog's best efforts. You got to see your best efforts. That's a good challenge. That's a good competition. Now we've done this before. JT was a good big dog. We've done this before, and here's some of the talking points I'm gonna talk about today. The difference between associates, business partners, friends, and and it's all been blurred by the lines that have been blurred on social media. People think that liking a post means loyalty in the dog world. People bond fast over dogs and fall out even faster. There are people who meet up at a dog show, chop it up for 30 minutes, and by the next week, they're calling each other brothers. 2 months later, they're not speaking. Mm, mm. Business, my brothers and sisters, does not always equal friendship. Here's where a lot of us mess this up. You think because money was exchanged or breeding happened, now there's a relationship obligation. How about maybe I just needed that blood to get where I was trying to go? And now I'm so busy working on developing that blood, I ain't got time to call and check on you. Maybe it's the opposite. Maybe you did the breeding as a favor to me, but you don't want none of that stuff back because you don't want what I put with it. And so why would you want to sit on the phone with me for hours and talk about something you would have never created in the first place? It's not your problem. Now there's a relationship obligation. No, there is not. As long as everything is lawful, as long as your business is legit, as long as my business is legit, we can do business and keep it at that. I ain't gotta like you. I ain't gotta talk to you after we do this breeding, but we set a stud fee, a location, and a number of attempts at getting these dogs bred, i.e., the male and the female need to get stuck 2 or 3 times in the breeding window for the amount of money agreed upon, or so many vials or so many straws need to get sent for the breeding to happen, and the business is done. And I actually prefer to deal with people in that manner. And if we're gonna talk, I want to talk. I want to talk when I have time to talk. My time is very, very precious to me. Some people are not punctual. I'm very big on punctuality. These are values that have nothing to do with the business. But the business is getting the breeding done, or the puppy, or the dog trainer, whatever it is you requested. That's what the business is. Now, a lot of people feel like there has to be a rapport. And while I like to develop a rapport with any potential customer, all I'm really concerned about is my business legit, and is it good business, best business practices. Everything else comes from the interpersonals between the person and whoever's doing the business. It says you don't have to buy blood from someone you don't like, because someone you will like will have the blood. You just got to do your research. Yeah, and I think that that's another thing that is underappreciated, is researching the blood, um, but also the performance of the blood as well is important. There's a lot of people that I don't like that train dogs, but they train dogs, and I train dogs, so I know what the potential of the parents is. That holds value to me. That holds value to me. So I'd rather pay them and deal with them and get it over with, and I don't have to talk to them anymore because we don't even like each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we already don't like each other, there's no pressure to maintain a relationship. If we already don't get along, we know this is business only. And as long as their business is square, it doesn't matter if we feel how we feel about each other. You're gonna get a solid animal and get in there and get out of there real quick, lickety split. But you ever okay? Let me ask you this: you ever had somebody you cool with, you want to do business with them, but you know that every time you do business with them, it's going to turn into a 4 hour conversation. And as much as I would love to stop every time that person wants to talk, I got stuff to do. I just got stuff to do. You know, I'm a busy man. So while I appreciate friendship and I love the idea of talking about dogs, that's why I meet up at my dog shows for, and that's why I go to dog events so that it's fully focused and my time can be fully focused on that. I'm gonna ask you this question, hard and finish. There are companies that you buy clothing from, correct, or dog food from, and you don't know the CEO of those companies know if you like them or not, but you still buy the dog food, right? Now, if you start digging and doing your research about those people, you will find a lot of them don't align with your own morals and values, but they're so far removed, it doesn't matter. That's what I'm expressing right now in this situation. And this is why I say mixing friendship into business causes problems. Expectations change, emotions get involved, boundaries disappear, and friends feel entitled. I will tell y'all right now that there's a many of friends that I have left at a location because I gave them a time and place that I was going to be, and they wasn't ready to go. It's been times where I've been left, but not left after we leave. I'm talking about like going in the first place. And I'll give you an example: going to Myrtle Beach to bike rally. That's something we used to do when I was younger. And if you wasn't in the car and you hadn't made your plans to get in that car before we started burning tires, burning rubber, and hitting that road, you just wasn't going. And it was no hard feelings. An agreement had been made, a verbal contract had been made to be at a certain place at a certain time, and it wasn't met. Straightforward, straight deal. Now, some of y'all would be like, man, come on, man. You couldn't wait 5 minutes for me? No, I couldn't wait 5 minutes for you. Because your 5 minutes plus his 5 minutes plus her 5 minutes turned into an hour that we was waiting. And I'm paying for this motel room. So I want to check in as soon as 3 o'clock hit so I can have my motel room for the maximum amount of time for my money. But because we cool, you think it's cool to take your time with me. Boy or girl, don't play with me like that. Don't play with me like that. And if you're still cool with people playing with you like that, keep going. That's all I'm gonna say. Keep going. And and if you go like that your whole life, good for you. I'm proud of you. But some of y'all, if when you deal with enough people, you're like, hey man, I gotta move. I need to move. Cause everybody can't go. Everybody can't go. Examples. You do a breeding with somebody. Now they expect discounts, first picks, access to your clients, personal loyalty, even if they're making bad moves. That's the worst part about friendship. Person can be making bad moves and expect you to stand there and just endorse the bad movement. And when they don't get it, now you switched up. No, you just stayed professional. Telling you, man, this episode, every episode I'm doing of No Decaf now is designed to hit people where it hurt. Because at the end of the day, all of it, everything I'm saying, it affects me too. I'm guilty of every one of these topics. I'm like, yo, I'm personally guilty of this. Every one of them. And like, I'm not saying I'm a bad person or I'm saying you're a bad person. I don't care about your actions. Whatever you do more of, that's what makes you who you are. Forrest Gump said, stupid is as stupid does. Meaning, if you do stupid things a lot, you're a stupid person. But a smart person can do a stupid thing. That doesn't reduce them to being a stupid person. They just made a bad move. Your character, your overall goal, your overall mission, the consistency of your mission is what makes you good or bad, or worthy or reliable or whatever word it is you want to put in that aspect. The things you do consistently make you that. And people will hold one or two mistakes against you. That's cool. You don't need those people. You don't. They will cause you to be in a mental hospital trying to figure out where you can fix it with them. You can't fix it with them. People that's for you are gonna get it. People that have already made up their mind to not get you are never gonna get it. Forget them. Forget them. Everybody is not your friend. This right here is where most of the drama starts. Trying to align yourself with people whose lifestyles do not match yours. Man, that one hit deep right there. That made my man, I could hear my heartbeat in my ears with that one. Most drama starts from trying to align yourself with people whose lifestyles do not match yours. Case in point, you underground. You see some guys on YouTube, Facebook, whatever, on the internet. They above ground. They selling dogs like crazy. You want some of that bread because at the end of the day, underground and betting and just checking the dogs in the old way, that ain't what exciting you. You want that dopamine hit just like them boys online. But you underground. You don't even talk the same lingo as these boys online. Why is you over here? What brings you here? You want that attention. But you don't even allow people who need attention because you putting in work. You putting in real work. You out there catching hogs or doing whatever, but you over here on the internet. You look stupid. You look stupid trying to align yourself with things that don't even match who you are. And at the core, at your core, you'll never be that because it ain't about want. It's about what your spirit aligns with. Things that you're good at, things that you're naturally inclined to. Everybody can't be a sniper and everybody can't be a point man on a team. Somebody, somebody got to be willing to kick in the door and punch a person in the face. Somebody got to be willing to sit back and take one good shot. You ain't got to be the same as everybody else. Design your own team. And then once you design you and figure out who you are and who you've been and who you're going to be, that's when you can start trying to align yourself with people. Everybody has good dogs, but not everybody has good discipline. You got different lifestyles. You got how different people raise dogs. You got different people and how they treat their clients. You have ethics and breeding. You have cleanliness, care, and structure. All of these things you got to figure out when you're dealing with somebody. Yes, sir. So you always been the right point man for the job. Now think about this: different lifestyles. I'll give you an example. Okay, I'm nomadic right now. I can't even align with somebody who's been in their position for 20 years because I done moved in the last 5 years. I done moved twice on you. Like since I got on YouTube, I done moved twice because my lifestyle caused me to move a lot. Right, brother Dickie, what's good, big dog? Big C, what's good, y'all? Welcome. How am I going to align with somebody who's got a house that they've had since they was a kid, or they grew up in a family house, or they bought their home young? How am I going to align with somebody and give them and really understand they plight at life when I'm moving again this year for the third time since I've been on YouTube, right? And it ain't because I'm not one of the people that gets evicted. My job moves me around. Y'all, those of y'all who know me know that. But different lifestyles. You got people that's living alternative lifestyle methods. You got people that's living traditional lifestyle, nuclear families. You got all these different things going on, and you're trying to align yourself with it, and you don't know them other than from a can of paint, unless you met them in person and you developed a relationship. You don't know them, and even when you do know people, everybody only lets you know them to the extent that they feel safe letting you know them. Some people let everybody all the way in. That's cool too, as long as you ain't got nothing to lose. As long as there's nothing they can take from you in that situation. Then after you get to learn different people's lifestyles, then you got to learn how different people raise dogs. You have to learn how they raise their dogs. Does that align with you? Even if they got good dogs or you got good dogs, do you want your dogs growing up on a yard like that? How do they treat their clients? Are their clients being treated good? Or is being associated with them going to get you some flack? Because people in this game, for some reason, you did a breeding, so now you're just like whoever you did a breeding to, which is idiocracy at its best. You saw a dog you like. Maybe you didn't see, maybe you don't know about the person you bred to like that, but the dogs were good. You saw the potential in the dogs. And there's not one of y'all that has a pedigree that has all good people in the pedigree. Not one of you. So somebody had to make that sacrifice for you to have the dogs you have now. So to sit there, for to sit there and act like that you just make all the right decisions about people you deal with is asinine at best. Then ethics. Oh man, good morning, brother Greg. What's good? Birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, but also, uh, okay, I'm gonna break this one down for you because people love to throw that one out there, right? What about sharks and cleaner fish? The shark is an apex predator, been around for millions of years. Doesn't need anything to survive other than staying away from killer whales, right? The cleaner fish is nowhere near a shark. He rides in the gills and in the mouth of the shark. The shark allows the cleaner fish to swim in and out of his mouth to clean up the mess in his life. The cleaner fish survives as long as the shark allows him to survive, but he'll never be a shark. He swims with the shark. He's protected by the shark's presence, but he'll never be that. So we're gonna use animal analogies. There's a copious amount of animals that benefit from each other, and one does not have the same morals, ethics, or species as the other one. The other one is the tick eaters that live on hippopotamus, rhinoceros, and wildebeest. Those birds are birds that flock together, but they hang around some of the most powerful creatures in the animal kingdom, to include elephants. They pick the fleas off of them and keep them clean of fleas. And in return, the giant, the elephant, or the hippo, or the rhino, keeps them safe from other predatory animals because their simple presence. They don't have to be with they don't have to try to flock with the birds. They're simply that big. They're simply that large that the birds just flock to them. But yeah, man, I'm telling y'all, no decaf is this is more natural. These topics are more natural to me. They're easier for me to just fire off. Um, but yeah, so we was ethics and breeding. Okay, I give y'all example. I give y'all example of ethics and breeding. Uh, some people believe you should not breed a dog before it's 2 years old. Some people believe you should not breed a dog until it's proven. Some people believe you shouldn't breed a dog until it's proven and you've seen that the dog has qualities worth breeding. And some people believe you should breed a dog based upon sustainment of the bloodline, regardless of any of those other things I just said. And when you are doing breeding practices with another breeder, you're not there to see when they're doing their breedings. So you got to trust that their ethics and breeding align with yours. Now, what if they don't? But you made this breeding with them. You bred to a dog that was bred to a dog that was bred to a dog at 18 months. You would never have done that, but you did. But you did. And now you have these puppies. They go against everything you stand for in breeding. And they good. They're really good puppies. Bred by an 18-month-old puppy itself. What do you do? Do your ethics stand strong? Do you cull the litter simply because you got duped? Or do you press with these good dogs and fix the problem? What you gonna do? Then there's always cleanliness, care, and structure. Is your yard clean? Is their yard dirty? Are y'all on the same page with that? For care, do you worm naturally? Do you have things? Did you use things like stud up or hot heifer to get them right? Do they naturally come and eat? Do they take well? Do they have large litters? Do they have small litters? What is the routine of these dogs? What are they being shown for? Do those things align? If I wouldn't live how you live, why would I build with you? And this is what people have got to realize, man. Ethics and morals 100% matter. I'm not telling you to abandon it and become an anarchist. What I'm saying is that everybody is not your friend, and all of your friends don't have the answers. Sometimes you got to do some digging. You got to do some soul searching and say, hey, what is for the greater good of me, my family, and my line of dogs, and my line of dogs. There's a lot of great dog men that I would never hang out with or personally get to know because of stories I've heard about them from other people. I don't know nothing about them, but I don't even want to go look to see if it's true or not. I don't care about enough about it, but I know I care about them dogs. Clip them behind them lines was good, big dog. I don't want to be up in their business. I don't want to know what's in their Kool-Aid. I don't care. Can they do legit business? And that's a lot of reasons why I fool with internet dog man. It has nothing to do with who has better dogs. It has nothing to do with who has better dogs. But at least with internet dog men, at least with internet dog men, they have a reputation to uphold of some sort. They're trying to maintain and build a legacy and reputation online, which means that you can at least give a review on them if you don't like them. You know what I'm saying? At least you can blast them if you don't like them. A private dog man, private seller man, it's up to you. It's all preference, man. It's all preference. There are some red flags though. Some things that everybody should watch out for, friendly or not, business perspective. Watch out for people who cut corners. Watch out for people who overbreed. Watch out for people who misrepresent the dogs and chase trends instead of structure. One hard truth is a good dog attached to a bad mindset is still a bad investment. A good dog attached to a bad mindset is still a bad investment. A lot of people aren't choosing partners based on alignment. You're choosing based upon hype, followers, or one nice dog. And that's why your circle keeps collapsing. Man, good dogs are everywhere. This is the part that you don't want to hear. You don't have to deal with certain people to get good dogs. Good dogs or great genetics can be found literally everywhere. Stop tolerating nonsense for access, which is him. He said, yeah, channel owners out here in the open and could be in front line of fire. Be careful out there. Yes, sir. Stop tolerating nonsense for access. Stop thinking one person is the gatekeeper. This goes back to what Hart and Finish was saying earlier. There's not one person that's a gatekeeper for bloodline, especially bloodlines like the older bloodlines from the 70s, 80s. Everybody has a portion of it. Maybe not the same maybe not the same percentages, but who cares if you got a higher percentage of the dogs ain't better for what you're trying to do. The market is bigger than your emotions. If it comes with drama, it's overpriced. Let's shift our perspective on this, y'all. You are never stuck with the breeder, that kennel, or that personality. You choose to stay connected. Somebody disrespects you, but you still want that bloodline, you might tolerate it. You might not. It's your choice. But a reality check is that's not necessarily strategy. It may be weakness. Most of the drama in the dog world is self inflicted, it's optional. You invited it in by ignoring Signs. Here's the ones that hit me hard. Guilty. Guilty as charged. But I'm man enough to say it. Oversharing my business. Letting people get too comfortable and trying to be liked by everybody. That's tough. That's tough. A lot of y'all will never admit it, man. It's some of y'all, it's not even that you don't admit it. You don't see it in yourself. It's hard to see, it's hard to hold that magnifying glass up to yourself. I don't blame you. It takes a strong man to call out. It takes a strong man to call out his own flaws, but it takes a stronger man to call out the flaws and then fix them. Everybody does not need access to you. Giving more access does not mean more sales. It does not mean better dogs. Access just means that you become what's the word I'm looking for? Negligible. They stop caring about the importance of your time because everybody has access to you. I can reach out to him. I can talk to him. It's nothing. Watch this. I'll call him right now. If you've ever said that, I'll call him right now. That's exactly what I'm talking about. The person has lost their value. Like, I should probably text this person first and make sure they're free. Like they're a busy person. If you saying I can call them right now just to prove a point, that's a problem. And I've had dog men that I met at shows be like, yeah, I can call so and so right now. I can call this person right now. I'm like, but why would you do that? Like I don't want to spend no money with them right now. Like you just want me to know that you know them. So it is what it is. Set boundaries, y'all. Keep conversations business focused. Don't explain your every move and don't involve people in your decisions. I think it was funny, man. Somebody hit me up like a month ago, y'all, right? And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I lied. I told a bold-faced lie. Just because the person was I'm gonna give you a weird competition thing. I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about weird competition. The person texted me, they got my number off the website. The person texted me and said, hey man, you plan on doing a breeding this year? I said yes. Honest answer. I have a website. It says I'm doing a breeding. Say, well, what kind of breeding you plan on doing? So I lied, y'all. I said I'm doing a red boy jocko breeding to my stuff. Right now, anybody who knows me for any period of time knows that I'm not a red boy jocko hater, but the dogs don't align with the stuff I'm trying. The dogs that I've seen, the dogs that I've seen, the dogs that I have physically seen don't align with what I'm trying to do. All of them were really good, hardworking dogs, but they were also so high strung that like the training aspect wasn't fun. Red Bull Jocko dogs are not fun to train. That's all I'm saying. Like they have not been fun for me to train. Maybe you like training them. Maybe you like that high energy, and maybe it works for you. But for me, what I do, I don't like training Red Bull Jocko dogs. So I told a bold-faced lie. But I told a lie because the person did not establish a rapport. They were just asking questions. It felt like they were mining for information so they could go do it first. And then that like the dog world is dirty, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, let me find out what he's doing so I can do it first. And then, so I can ride that wave. And that's how people work. And I'll give you an example before I get back on the topic of the show, which is everybody's not your friend. Y'all ever notice they will release two movies? Usually every year they do this. They'll release two movies that are almost the same storyline. Like they had the Hunger Games and Divergent. That movie was that's pretty much the same storyline, different era, right? Then you have like Deep Impact and what's the other one that was like that with the meteor about to crush Earth or whatever. Or you have Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer. Like they'll put out two movies that they're so close. Like the storyline, it's like somebody sold the script and two different people took the script and made their movie with their interpretation of it. And that's what I see people doing all the time. Like, okay, you gonna put out a Red Boy Jocko breeding this year? You gonna go Sammy the Arab's Boomer? Well, I'm gonna put out a Red Boy Jocko breeding this year, and I'm gonna go Cruise or Grand Shepherd Yellow. You know what I'm saying? Something like that, right? And it's just, man, it just boggles me. It's like, bro, like I want to go completely the opposite. I want to see what going opposite looks like. You going Red Boy Jocko. I want to go, I want to go Eli or Kobe or something like that, something completely different, and move around, you know. And if I do want to go Red Bull Jocko, I'll do it. But like for a random person to call me, not even tell me who they were, and ask me that question, that was a stupid question. You must think I'm an idiot. I know I sound like an idiot, but I'm not. But yeah, man, don't involve people in your decisions. Uh, the hard truth is this: the more people know, the more opinions you invite, and opinions are like buttholes. We all have them, and they all stink. This turns into problems. But Shogun Army, I have the samurai mindset when it comes to this. A samurai moves with intention, not emotion. Not everybody gets close. Not everybody gets access. And not everybody gets a seat at the table. The principles of a samurai are to do business clean, not emotional. Always respect people. Don't attach to them. Move in silence. Build in discipline. Choose alignment over opportunity. Everyone is not your friend. And the faster you understand that, the more peaceful and successful your journey will become. This is the life of Samurai Kennel, the Shogun Army. And I appreciate y'all for catching this morning's No Decaf. I hope y'all catch the next one. I should be back in Arizona by Monday to start rocking out. I may or may not go live on Saturday. I don't know. I don't know. I go live based upon what's available to me and the information. I don't really like getting on here without a topic because without a topic, man, it kind of just it's kind of stale to me, and I'd rather keep it fresh than I'd rather keep it fresh and be on here 4 or 5 times a week fresh than on here 6 days a week just talking about nothing. You know, personal preference. But I hope this episode was Big Hill in the building, man. What's good, bro? What's good, man? Yeah, I hope this episode, man, Melee in the building. What to do, Melee? Dicky Mother Love and Foster in the building. Hemi said, man, enjoy yourself, man. Appreciate that, y'all. Yeah, I got to get out of San Diego. I don't know if y'all know, San Diego is one of the most expensive cities in the U.S., bro. Um, my boys took me out to Benihana. You know what I'm saying? We spent about a lot of money at Benihana. Um, the rooms don't have microwaves in them, so we eat out every day out here, man. It's crazy. Uh, but we leaving. We headed back down to AZ, so I'm excited about that, man. But yeah, y'all, it's these shows, man. If they not hitting you, either your life is perfect or you lying to yourself. If the last couple episodes, if they didn't hit you in the gut and make you into a real gut check, then you're lying to yourself. Because everybody, like when I'm looking up the topics, right? When I'm thinking about the topics, I'm thinking about everything that I've literally seen everybody do. Like it's not like I'm if I decided to go back, and it's crazy, it's all recorded on YouTube. If I decided to go back and watch all the lives and go to all the chats, everybody in here has been guilty of this at least once. And y'all was bold enough to make comments. So it's public record. So like I don't have the time to do that, or nor do I care to do that. But I just want you to like sit back and reflect. After my episodes, you should have to reflect. If you smoke cigarettes, you probably want to hit a cigarette. If you smoke Black and Miles, you probably want to hit a Black and Mild. If you drink, you probably want to sip. You probably want to listen to this episode again and sip and think about it. Ain't been an episode I put out yet since I brought No Decaf back that you don't need to sit down and think about your life and before you open your mouth up to say something to somebody else. I have not put out an episode yet that is not intended to make you think about that. You can't listen to me and be around me if you're not obsessed with calling out your own BS and fixing it. He said most of your old audience are probably still asleep, and that's fine. That's fine. Because that talk, man, him, you said a mouthful, bro. Him, you said a mouthful. So okay, alignment. I go to bed 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. Thank God I'm on the West Coast, so I can still catch some of the lives that go live on the East Coast because I'm 3 hours behind, right? But my alignment is I believe that there's nothing good going on after 10 o'clock at night, right? If you're out there at 10 o'clock at night, you know why you're out there. Unless you're a truck driver or somebody like, don't get it twisted. If you work overnight, I'm not talking about you. But like going out after 10 o'clock at night, there's nothing out there. Especially for like there's nothing out there. So if you're out there, good for you. Maybe you want a late night snack. I'm not here to judge you either. Don't get it twisted. But I just learned that after 10 o'clock at night, that's when the things that go bump in the night come out, right? And some of us are the things that go bump in the night. Ain't nothing wrong with that either. But I also realized that in the mornings, if you get up like I get up for, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, by the time the sun crests the horizon, by the time the sun is up, I have done more in that time frame than most people will do all day. That's a military mindset. The dogs are clean. I've done a podcast that makes me money. I get to see my kids off to school, maybe get a workout in. If I don't get a workout in at home within my first hour of work, I hit the gym, make my bed, brush my teeth, shave my face, get my uniform together, uh, gas if I need to gas up, get my breakfast. You know what I'm saying? And thank you, Henry. He's at 11:48 p.m. here, so I'm all good. Yep. But do all of those things before 7 a.m. Do all of those things before 7 a.m. So by 7 a.m., all I have to do is work a shift, come home, feed water, work my dogs, spend time with my kids, eat dinner, shower, and go to bed. And all that can be done by 7:30 p.m., 8 o'clock p.m. Right? That's what aligns with me. That's just what it is right now. Family life is it. I decided to have three more kids. All of my, so all of them are under 5 right now. They need dad. They need dad's influence. They need to tell them to get up when they scrape their knee. You know what I'm saying? They need me there, and that's what I got to do. And when they're older and they able to stay up later, then I will adjust my schedule to their schedule. And we will as a family we'll grow together. But that's that. That's that. But yeah, man, like alignment is big. Uh, and aligning your schedule is one thing, but aligning what you believe in is another thing. Uh, but I'm gonna say it. I don't believe in breeding to a dog that I know that I believe has stepped out of my version of what the breed standard is. And let me repeat this again. If I'm repeating it, it's because people that y'all ears close when y'all hear certain words. Certain things trigger y'all so bad y'all don't hear the whole thing. That's why I be telling you, you might have to watch my episode 3 or 4 times to get everything I said. I don't believe in breeding my dog to dogs that have fallen out of the standard. I do not personally believe in blue dogs. That is a personal belief of mine. Are there blue dogs? Yes. Could they be real? Yes. I just don't want to get affiliated with it. I don't care to figure it out. That's not. I don't want nothing to do. I don't want nothing to do with that stigma. Right? Would I breed to an 85-pound dog? No. I don't want to do that. I'm not telling you not to do it. I'm not doing it. If there's an 85-pound dog that somehow anomaly comes out, great. But I've never seen it in any of the lines that I fool with. Don't want to do it. I don't even want to put myself in that era to have to answer that question of how it happened. Just prefer not to. If that doesn't align with you and you feel like that breeding practice doesn't align with you, then guess what? You just don't have to fool with me on that tip. We don't have to beef. We don't have to be friends. We don't have to do business. We just not agree on that. It's as simple as that. I don't believe in breeding to a dog that don't look good. There are plenty of good working dogs that are ugly. There's plenty of good looking, hard working dogs. I would rather breed to the good looking, hard working dog. That's a personal opinion of mine. Because I want to have a well rounded dog. Good looking, works good, act good, smart, train easy. Like that's what I look for. There's nothing wrong with that. And if you catch yourself getting your feelings for anything I'm saying right now, good. You don't like my ideology on dogs, good. You don't think they should be trained for protection work, good. I'm glad. That means you know where we stand. And you over there and I'm over here. And I can respect that more than somebody who is smiling and kiki and ha-ha in my face and knowing good and well they just want one of their dogs to move along. You can just buy a dog. You can just buy a dog. I will sell you a dog. I don't have to like you to sell you a dog. How many people are gonna tell you that? Most people are like, oh no, I wouldn't sell a dog to somebody I don't get along with. But guess what happens once you sell them the dog? Y'all fall out, and now somebody who you don't get along with has the dog anyways. Man, y'all some hey, look, I don't know what you was worried about, but there's some clowns in this thing, man. Because you don't know how people are gonna turn out. You don't know. Every deal has the potential to go sour. Every single one of them. It's a gamble. It's all a gamble. You don't know if your puppy's gonna be good or not. You don't know if the dog is gonna be good. You don't know how long the dog is gonna be good. That dog could go out and be an ace, and then all of a sudden it's not an ace anymore. For real, Big Hill. Salute, bro. Salute, brother. Appreciate that. Yeah, man. I'm gonna stay. You stay royal. I'm gonna stay loyal. And we gonna get this. We gonna get this. We gonna get this bread together, bro. That's right. Um. But yeah, man. I don't know. This episode right here, everyone is not your friend. You don't need friends. You've been doing it by yourself your whole life. I ain't met a dog person yet that was like, yo, I had a lot of support. I have not met a dog person yet that's like, yo, I have the best support system in the world. Like my entire family is behind. Like, I'm not talking about your household. I'm not talking about your household. Don't get it twisted. You built your household. That's different. I'm talking about their entire family, like everybody supports them, right? Like, okay, uh, if you're in a family and you're an athlete where like everybody thinks you have the potential to go pro, like most of the family will either show you fake love or support or something like that. But everybody supports you. They're gonna openly support you. You in this dog world, you have family members that will literally be like, they will be the ones to call the cops on you about these dogs. So like you've been doing this by yourself. You don't need friends to do this. It helps. It helps. When you find the right ones, they lighten the load. But the journey of finding them, that's what makes you wise enough to make these decisions. Everything I'm talking about in this episode, your journey is what allows you to be able to make the decisions about how and who to move with. Your journey. Your journey. And if you can't see it yet, if you can't pick and choose, you gotta keep practicing. That's right, man, doctor. I need more enemies in my clothes. Yes, at least, bro. Literally, if y'all go look at the thumbnail, it's a samurai, a pirate, a knight. They all at the table arguing, but on the table it says treaty. Mad Doctor, you hit the nail on the head with that one. They don't like it. All them cultures do not like each other. But guess what? This is how real life works. This is how real life works. Do you think that everybody who sends goods to the U.S. likes the U.S.? No. It's commerce. We have a resource that they need, and they have a resource that we need. We make treaties, we make taxes, we make all this tariffs, all this stuff. But at the end of the day, it's just business. And then at the personal level, at our level, we've messed up the business by getting in our feelings. That's why I got 2 episodes called Get Out of Your Feelings. I'm talking to myself. Every one of these episodes is me talking to myself in front of the world. Part of being an adult is being able to stand on, yes, yes. That now you're preaching. Now you're preaching. Look, the worst country right now in the world for knowing who they align with is India. Why do you think they're broke? India will pick and choose. I'm a fool with NATO on this one. I'm a fool with China on this one. I'm a fool with Russia on this one. I'm a fool with this country on this one. Nobody can trust them because they all over everywhere. That's right, Hemi. And the thing is, I'm not even trying to maintain relationships no more. Like, I'm genuinely not. Like, it's this, okay? If you can use me for something, right? A lot of people go, oh man, you just using people. If you can use me for something, then that makes me useful. Most people, they might overuse you, but at least you're useful. They see value in you. If I can use you for nothing, that means you have no use. And it means that you are useless and will be treated as such. Now, mind you, for me, I don't go around belittling or talking down to people that are useless to me, but I'm also not going to invest a lot of time into them because, like, what is that? Like, it's not about being selfish, it's about being realistic. You're useless to me, but I'm going to stop and invest all my time in the world to try to make you an asset. But you didn't do that for yourself to make you useful in the first place. You're just out in the world useless to everybody. Hemi said, make India great again. India. Yeah, man. But it's making people being useful, like all these terms, man. If you look at the root of them, man, we just be misusing them. We've been making up words, or we making them mean what we want them to mean to make people look bad. It's stupid. Like that's like you can use people or you can misuse people. You know what I'm saying? Like it's whatever you want to, however you want to say it. Um, but the truth is this: it doesn't matter how good a business you do. It doesn't matter how good your dogs is. What people really think about in the end is how dealing with you made them feel. How did dealing with you make me feel? Do I feel like you can't you can't measure value. The person tells you what value they got from you. They decide what value they got. You'll never be able to set a business deal where you know the value when it goes out. Not everybody's your friend. Only time will tell. Like these are none of this stuff. I can't give you no answer, no end all be all in this dog game. It either works or it don't, and you move on. I told y'all this probably like 3 years ago. Every year, just like how it's a new group of 18 years. Hold on, my alarm went off. That's my alarm to get up. Every year, there is a new draft class of people that want dogs and that are old enough to get them. Every year, every year, there's a new draft class of new bulldoggers. Every year. So for those of y'all who are out here worried about making friends, you're tripping. Handle your business. Demonstrate integrity, courage, and excellence in all you do. And eventually, the right people will gravitate toward you. Let them align themselves to you. And then watch them to see if their alignment is to you or to what it is they're doing. And that works out. Because they're aligning themselves to you and you change, then they're going to be gone. If you sell drugs today and you stop selling drugs, do you think that your friends that sell drugs are still going to be as involved with you? Especially if you decide to go legit. Like literally the alignment came from y'all were doing the same thing. So that does tie into what Heart and Finish was saying about the birds and feathers flock together. And mind you, that statement is a very valid statement in most situations. In most situations. The rule is that. So like don't get it twisted. I wanted to give him a counter argument, not to say he was wrong. But if people are lying to you and you decide to make a metamorphosis or change and they don't, how could they align to you still? They're lying to the old you. There's gonna be tension in just in that. But look, y'all, I gotta go. It's I was just filibustering to get y'all to the hour mark. Um, if this episode was good to you, man, make sure y'all like, follow, subscribe, and share. And I'm gonna hit y'all with this Christian watchword. I'm gonna get up out of here because in less than an hour, I'm lawfully can hit the road. Thanks, Amy. Please bow your heads in agreement with me, brothers and sisters. May the Lord watch between you and me while we're absent one from another. Amen. For the love of the dogs, for the love of the game. Peace.
Yeah, they wasn't with me when it wasn't no shine. Now they pop up like, bro, we aligned. Lie on my name, let the rumors ride. That ain't my people, that ain't my kind. Samurai cannon, we built off cold. You either solid or you fold. If you ain't speak when my name got dragged, don't say my name when I get that bad. Yeah, they was cool when the door stayed open. Soon as it closed, they started joking, smiling at pics, talking behind back. Same one triching off the contacts. Use my name for their little clout runs. Then play dumb when the truth come. Spread fake stories, half-ass facts. Now it's quiet when I double back. I don't argue, I let time talk. Same dudes broke while I still walk. Same lane, same code, no disguise. You showed your hand, I read them lies. Wasn't with me when it wasn't no shine. Now they pop up like, bro, we